All roads lead here, but where is here? I'll get to that in just a second. Until then, welcome to the Voiceover Huddle. My name is Mike Hathcote. I'm a full-time voice actor and voiceover coach, and we do this every morning just to give you a little bit of a nugget to help you grow your voiceover business. And we're glad you're here. My name is, well, I just said my name. Sorry. Don't forget to grab my book bundle if you haven't already. It's called the Voiceover Blueprint. You get the ebook, you get the audiobook, you get 4 free gifts for less than $10 in the description below. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the notification bell. I'd appreciate that as well. And also chime in on the chat. We're going to do some shout outs. Tell me where you're watching from, and we'll do that here in just a few minutes. So all roads lead here, but where is here? Well, here is, drum roll, your website. Your website should be the final destination for all your marketing efforts. We're talking email marketing, social media, even in-person marketing, business cards, that kind of thing. Everything you do in marketing should point people to your website. Period. Now, I should specify this, and you've heard me say it a million times, and I'll probably end up saying it a million more, but you should not do any direct marketing or even have a website until you have pro demos, not DIY demos, pro demos. So you literally don't even need a website if you just have DIY demos, because if you're at the DIY level for your demos, you're really just supposed to be, living on the Fivers and Upworks of the world. But once you actually kind of graduate and want to go out and start making this a real deal and you get pro demos, then it's time to build your website. That's where people are going to learn the most about you. And even if you do have pro demos, it's not about just emailing people and attaching an attachment of your demo, because first of all, most of the time that's just going to go straight to trash. Second, people are kind of sketchy about attachments, especially from people they don't know. So your website is the place where you want to send them, because instead of just having just a one-off, you know, um, attachment to listen to, they can learn so much more about you. They can, listen to more of your demos. They can, see your background and clients you've worked for, and just learn so much more than just an attachment. So not just any website, by the way, will do. There are a few kind of do's and don'ts you want to, incorporate into your website. The most important thing above all else are your demos and how to contact you. Period. End of story. Those are the need to have things on your website. Everything else is nice to have, but not absolutely necessary. But you can't get heard, or you can't get hired if you can't get heard, right? So you got to have your demos on your website. And I mean on page 1, not on page 3 or 4, which I have seen when I've worked with people. They send me a link to their website, I go to it, and I have to literally go to page 3 or 4 to listen to their demos. The demos should smack them right in the face when they land on your website. I mean, very little, if any, scrolling or clicking to find your demos. It should be just first thing they see, whether it's an audio demo or a video demo. And of course, if they like you, you got to have a contact email on there so they can get a hold of you. So those two things are the main things. All the other stuff, the logos and the fancy schmancy, everything else is secondary. Okay. This is one of the things that I'm going to be talking about Tuesday night. One of the many things I'm going to be talking about Tuesday night. I'm going to go into a lot greater detail about your website, what you need to have, where you need to have it, and all that. So it's a week from tonight. It's called the VO Launchpad. It's for new and existing voiceover talent. If you're brand new, this is going to kind of set you off in the right direction. If you're not brand new and you've kind of stalled out, maybe there's something in there that can unlock that one key element to get you to that next level. So that is on Tuesday night, a week from tonight at 5 p.m. Pacific time, 8 p.m. Pacific. Keeping the price low because it's me teaching it. We're not bringing in an outside expert on that. And the link is below. Also, remember, everybody who signs up will be entered into the chance to win a free seat at that class. So if you happen to be the winner, we're just going to refund your purchase and you'll be able to attend for free. So there you go. Your website. It's all about the website as long as you have pro demos. All right, let's see what's happening. Hey, Ron from Grand Haven, Michigan. He was the first one in today. Ding, ding, ding. And there's David from Hamilton, Ontario, and Jason from Kearney, Nebraska. And there's Dennis from Pasadena. Good morning to you, sir. And there's old Nephi from Knoxville, Tennessee. And Wayne from Port Orchard, Washington. And there's Maria. I believe you and I have a call today, Maria, in a little while. We're going to chat about, she just joined the Blueprint, and we're going to have everybody who joins the Blueprint gets a one-on-one call with me to kind of just an onboarding call to make sure that, you're set up and know where to find everything and questions and all that kind of stuff. So looking forward to talking to you, Maria. And there's Kirk from Greenville, South Carolina, and Charlie from Sparta, Wisconsin. And good morning from Longview. There's Sean. Hey, David from Louisville. Good to see you. And there's Nancy from Yankton, South Dakota. Good morning. Hey, there's Becky. This Michigander is checking in from Arizona this week, and I will see you in about 6 hours? No, not 6. What am I thinking here? 9 hours. I'll see you in about 9 hours. We're going to have some dinner this evening. And by the way, if anybody else finds themselves in the greater Phoenix metro area, please reach out. I'd love to hang out one-on-one. There's Andrew. Good morning from Latvia. And Theo from the kitchen table in soggy Palos Hills, Illinois. Hey, there's Eddie from San Antonio. Started donating plasma to fund my investments in my VO career. Wow, that's getting serious. So you are literally investing blood, sweat, and tears into your business. I love it. That's great. And speaking of Eddie, I think Eddie is the one who won a few months ago, won the raffle to get into, was it mine? It might have been my business webinar, or maybe it was somebody else's. Anyway, Eddie won the drawing for that month. Hey, there's Celeste. Bonjour from Newark, Delaware. And Tracy from Rochester, Minnesota. And there's Mark from Montreal. Good to see you. Lakeshore Lawn Care from Finger Lakes, Ithaca, New York. New to the VO Blueprint and enjoying digging in around the content. Great. Thank you so much. And yes, let me know if you have any questions. We've got so much good content in there for you to absorb, not only on your own time, but we also have all the daily webinars and all that kind of stuff. So you'll have no shortage of learning to do. There's Denise from Long Island and Alan from PA. Dennis says, where would you recommend putting your contact information on your website? I typically see it somewhere near the bottom. Is that acceptable? Well, that's a good question. And that is definitely something we're going to talk about on Tuesday. But I'll tell you right now, there's a term in the newspaper industry called above the fold. And it is where the newspaper folds in half, when they stack them all up, and all the juicy stuff is above the fold, right? The big headlines. On a computer screen, the fold is the bottom of your computer screen. So you can have it at the bottom of your website, but I prefer to have it at the top. So once again, no scrolling involved, demos, contact information. Make it as easy as possible for them to find your contact info. If you want to have it in both places, I think I have mine in both places, actually. I think it's at the top and at the bottom. But I prefer to have it on top. Just my personal opinion. Once again, I don't want them to have to scroll or anything to get to my stuff. There's Edward from Jacksonville, Florida. Got the book bundle. Thank you, sir. And this is less than the cost of buying Mike a beer for a fancy espresso, which I'd gladly do for you. All this great free info every day. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate that, Edward. That means a lot. That means a lot. And yes, you're right. It's definitely less than a beer or an espresso or any of that stuff. And you get a lot more than just the book. Maria says, looking forward to chatting today, Mike. I am too. Those are always great. Love meeting new people face to face. Denise says, welcome, Maria. You're going to love the VO blueprint. Thank you for that boost, Denise. I appreciate that. Denise is very active in our blueprint, and it shows because she is crushing it right now. Whereas when she first joined, she was brand spanking new, but she is killing it right now. Wayne says, I don't see Mike live yet. Do you? Huh. Interesting. Well, hopefully you're able to see it now. Oh, and Eddie says, yes, it was them that won the raffle. It was the business. Okay, yeah, the business one. I think that was in February. Alan says, I'm confused about the difference between revisions and pickups. Fiverr seems to define revisions differently than in your book, more like pickups. Yeah, it can be. It's all kind of open to interpretation. The way I define a pickup would be if the client has, added a line or changed a line or, done something different that wasn't your fault. So, they made the change, and they're asking you to do something different after you've already delivered the file. A revision would be something where either you made the mistake or maybe they made the mistake, and they're asking you to fix that. Now, if it was your fault, obviously, if you mispronounced a word or whatever, that's on you. You don't really, you shouldn't charge them extra for that because that's on you. Um, I typically, and no matter where it is, whether it's on a platform like Fiverr or a direct client, I usually don't charge extra, even if it is something that they have switched on there and it's not my fault. If it's just a line here and a line there or a word here and a word there, I'll just do it for them just in the name of good customer service. Now, if they change, a huge chunk of it, a paragraph or more, then I'm going to be like, okay, we're going to need to charge you for that. But the same kind of confusion always happens also with uh, broadcast rights and commercial rights. That kind of can get a little blurry sometimes too on places like Fiverr. But that's always the way I kind of interpret those things is revision is your fault most of the time. Pickups are their fault most of the time. There's Steven in Atlanta. Good morning to you or afternoon. Is it morning? I'm not sure if they're on Central or not. I don't think they are. So good afternoon to you. Okay. Well, I am going to get to work. Once again, it is a busy day. I've got a couple of radio spots to do. I've got an explainer to do. I've got a whole pile of auditions to do, which, by the way, all came from, you guessed it, my website. So I'm going to get back to work or get to work. Hey, there's Callie chiming in. Almost missed it from Pasco, Washington. Good to see you on here. Good morning. And that's a wrap. I will see you guys back here tomorrow. And until then, break a lip. See y'all.